CM Punk made an offer for a wrestling return. Plus, top WWE stars are going to be missing Crown Jewel, and an AEW star had an injury scare on Dynamite. It's all in the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. Oh, it's been a hot minute since we had some CM Punk news. We've got some today, Adam.
We certainly do. You may have seen on Twitter, Sean Ross Sapp said that Impact Wrestling would welcome CM Punk if he wanted to appear for Impact Wrestling. Sources at Impact had said that he was really great backstage when he visited last year, when he did his little tour of apologies. Wrestle purists have now followed up on that. No, that wasn't an apology, as they're seen as I'm joking.
Apologies for the apologies.
Yeah. Wrestle purists have followed this up, saying Impact have indeed reached out to CM Punk and threw the offer out there to work together.
Like you say, he visited during his the apology rehab suspension tour, and it was such a contrast. You hear these stories of like CM Punk falling out in lumps with everybody backstage. You got a problem with me? Take it up with me. Duh. He was backstage at Impact playing Uno, like he's like a different guy when he was there. When they
seeing his mates, right? That's quite nice. And he's still got lots of friends in wrestling. People are acting like everybody except for FTR and Danhausen hate him, but he still does have a lot of people that have got his back, seemingly. What are your thoughts initially on Impact welcoming CM Punk?
I think, obviously they've thrown an offer there.
Yeah,
It'd be foolish not to. Would. Impact Bound for Glory is in Chicago this weekend, so read into that what you will. There's obviously, he could pop round the corner and say hi.
Yeah, it would be really cool, wouldn't it? Like, I don't think they could afford him long term.
No chance.
I don't think they could afford cult personality at the moment. But it'd be cool if he wanted to help out a company who are doing amazing things, and just pop up 2 or 3 times, or even just this weekend,
just
right?
Come out and say hello.
Even at Bound for Glory, it makes me wonder if they are working on something. They should start teasing that this week. They should, even if it's just a post in a Chicago flag to Twitter. No, they're in Chicago. That's too obvious. The picture of a dog, Larry, or something. you know what I mean? Start teasing it, because you want to get that buy rate up if he's coming. It'd be a great surprise. We all love surprises, but why not milk it for what it's worth? If he is going to, which he probably won't.
There was one thing they did on Before the Impact, which is their YouTube show they put on before the Impact. And they have George Iceman on there, who's sort of like their scoops guy. And he was talking about how somebody is coming to Bound for Glory. He's in his words, to paraphrase, a flight's been booked, transportation's been booked, a hotel's been sorted, someone's coming to Bound for Glory. And that's made everybody go, oh my God, CM Punk.
Why would they book a flight? He lives in the city.
He lives in Chicago. He lives in Chicago. Unless him and AJ have had a fallout and he wants a night away at a hotel. So I was like, I don't think that's a tease for Punk somehow, but it's a tease for somebody.
Cool.
We will find out together, because I'm doing live reactions to Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory tomorrow night. I think it starts at about 12:30.
Half 11. The pre-show's 11:30.
Pre-show's at 11:30.
Scheduled now. You can set a reminder, youtube.com/cultaholic/live. You want to join Tom for Bound for Glory?
Come say hi. We'll have a lovely time. It'll be good. And
CM Punk's going to be there as well.
CM Punk's definitely going to be there. And then you can come and see us live next week. Week tonight.
How are you feeling about it? You nervous?
Oh, I was fine until I said a week tonight. I'll come see us at Turning Point as I make my ring announcing debut for Impact Wrestling. I become Impact Canon next week.
It's amazing. It's so cool.
Amazing, mate. What a time to be alive. Speaking of CM Punk, Mark Henry spoke to Booker T on his Hall of Fame podcast about CM Punk's time in AEW, and he said, I saw him try and uplift the younger talent. I feel like Punk is a lot like some of the people in sports that I know. The people in sports hate the fact that college football and college students are getting paid money now. It's the old school mentality. Old school mentality rubs young people the wrong way. Young people call you a boomer and they say you're old, outdated, or whatever. Some are stuck in their ways. Punk's a bit stuck in his ways, and that's not a knock. I like somebody that sticks to their guns and they can debate with you. I experienced it. I went through the fire, and I feel like Punk's delivery of some of that conviction fell on deaf ears. So I think he was sort of saying that Punk had certain ideas, and there was a clash mentally of styles there.
Okay, you get that as you get older, don't you? You know, like when you're growing up, life feels very sort of easy and exciting. But I feel that now with like digital, the way that the web has changed. If we're going to talk about things I actually know about, right, is like the web has changed in such a way that it's like, oh man, I wish it was like 2004 again when the internet was the way that I liked it. And maybe there's a bit of that in CM Punk's mentality. He does have some amazing ideas. So like his creative vision, I think, is fantastic a lot of the time. A lot of the things that we've seen him talk about, we've heard him talk about, have been quite inspired and really cool. But it is, I guess, a different world, and maybe that rubs some people, maybe like the EVPs of AEW, maybe that's rubbed them up the wrong way because do they see him as an old fuddy-duddy? I don't know.
Maybe that's how he came across.
I don't know.
Unintentionally so. But yeah, there is something, as you get older, your mindset does change on things. Mm-hmm. Some kids went past me on a bike the other night and I shouted, "Get home."
Not your home. Not
my home. That'd be weird. Because they don't live with me. I nearly shouted, "I know your dad, you get home," but that's when you know.
Sam was talking about it last night. We went for beers before Aid Edmondson, and he was
the invite.
He never talks about bottom. And he was going like, "Oh, I used to tell people that I do YouTube for a living." They went, "Oh, YouTube? How do you make a living doing that?" And now he tells people that do YouTube for a living, and he goes, "Oh, that's cool. I don't like that TikTok." It's the same thing, isn't it?
You can hear more of Adam's thoughts on the internet at large, by the way, by going to geocities.com/AdamPacici316.
I did have a GeoCity.
Of course you did.
The URL was not dissimilar to that.
Was it not AdamPacici316?
No, it wasn't far. You know what I used to use? It's not up anymore. It was NWO Rules Man, but with a Z, obviously, and no E. NWO Rolls Man. And then I got a .tk domain because they were free at the time.
Oh God, what a time to be alive!
Check out my Habbo fan site. That's still up.
I miss the old internet. There'll be some stars missing from Saudi Arabia in a couple of weeks' time when WWE head to there for Crown Jewel. Quite a few names aren't going to be there.
Yeah, a few big ones as well. WWE currently advertising for a live event in Rochester, New York. Gunther versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Ricochet for the IC title. That's not a massive surprise because they're allergic to putting the IC title on the line on pay-per-view. Also, you got Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's title. Io Sky versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. Brawling Brutes, LWO, Kofi Kingston, Grayson Waller, Omos, and the Street Profits also listed for that live event. Obviously, card subject to change, goes without saying. But some big names not going to be there. It looks like we've got the 5-way for the World Heavyweight title. Rhea's in a 5-way with all there, so that might be the one women's match that we get there. But yeah, don't expect the IC title to be online.
It fits in what WWE have been doing lately, which I'm incredibly envious of the fact that you guys do WWE reactions at the moment, because they tend to put on a pay-per-view with like 5 matches.
Not every time. The last one was, and we all thought, oh, there'd be a 6th, surely. 5. In and out, 2 hours, 45 minutes plus the pre-show.
Love that. Do you want to swap for a week and do like an AEW 47 matches? Another 43 on the pre-show.
Hey, at least that you get all the variety. You love super kicks.
Do you know what? I am a bugger for a super kick.
Yeah?
Yeah, always. Speaking of AEW, an injury scare from Dynamite on Wednesday night. Nick Wayne and Darby Allin got into quite the scuffle in the wake of Wayne and Wayne's mom's interview with Jim Ross. During the fight, Wayne properly dashed the concrete, got a bit of colour off the back of it. Fightful Select say that he was legitimately busted open and may have had a tooth chipped or knocked out in the process.
Getting his tooth fixed up at the moment. So I thought that was fake blood, genuinely, because it was a pre-record that then they played the rest of it out in front of the live crowd, and he came out and saw the blood down his chin. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Like, oh, they busted him up between that room and the entranceway. But no, it was legit, and it probably wasn't caught on camera.
No. You lost a bit of your tooth and no one was watching. Devastated for you, Nick Wayne. He'll be fine. They may take him off for a week just as a precaution, but they chipped tooth. I was letting him crack on.
Jericho chipped his tooth a while back, and he was back 2 nights later at a live event. Unless he's a pussy ass bitch, and then we are.
We'll find out if you're a pussy ass bitch, Nick Wayne. It's sad because I remember the last time that a tooth was involved in a wrestling story that we covered, and it was on NXT, and it was old Tank throwing it. He got his tooth knocked out.
Oh,
One came
sorry.
flying out. The other, he just popped in his tank top.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
When you said Tank, my mind immediately went to Tank Abbott there. I was like, Tank Abbott on NXT? Sorry.
He hasn't got many teeth left to lose, bless him. When you're back in his heyday, he was whistling every time he spoke. God love him. I can say that because I'm not in the same postcode as him and he can't beat me to death. We'll have more wrestling news.
Make the journey, Tank. Do it. It's worth it.
Don't. Traffic, it travels. You know, the exchange rate's terrible at the moment. I wouldn't worry about it for a bit. And then there's a storm today, so nah, leave it. We'll have more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.